What's going on, folks? Thank you so much for all of the appreciation. I appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribes. It's been fantastic. Today's video is going to be more about how success is not linear and how ultimately it ebbs and flows, just like life. So for me, my life really didn't begin until I got sober nearly 7 years ago. My life was full of ups and downs, ups and downs. I mean, really, it was just, it sucked. It wasn't fun. And I can tell you, starting my life over was the best decision I ever made. The only regret that I really have is that I did not do it sooner. I'm grateful that I got a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, a fifth chance, but ultimately I did have to start over. And I started my business around about that time. I would say I started my business officially. I created my eBay account in 2016. I didn't really start reselling until 2018. And since then, it's progressed. I've gone back to it several times. And I'm in a season of my life now where I'm actually doing it full time. And I can tell you that the game has changed and the game will continue to change. I've learned, just like any other business, networking is a huge aspect of it. And it continues to be a bigger and a bigger part of my business. And I imagine it's going to continue to be that way. Folks, I want you to see authenticity when you see me. I want you to see the real Chandler, the real person. I don't edit any of my videos as far as I don't cut separate clips up and put it into the video. I want a real one-on-one experience. And I can tell you, a lot of these people out there who are telling you, oh, get into reselling, try this, try that, and it's all rainbows and butterflies, are delusional. That's not the reality. The reality is this is a business just like any other business. Is it a good business? Yes, I believe it is. Is it a good business to make some extra money? Without a doubt. But when you go from part-time to full-time, that is a whole different shift. There's so much that you have to do. And one of the biggest things is finding the inventory. I mean, I'm a firm believer you can do anything in this business, but finding inventory is, in my experience, has been the hardest part. So in reality, what you're looking at is, I would say for me, 50% finding the inventory, and the rest is broken down into storing my inventory, right? In a system, I have a SKU system, and also shipping. Shipping takes up a decent amount of time as well. And there's various ways you can increase your output on that. I can tell you from personal experience that it does get easier the more you do it. And wouldn't you know it, it seems like you get luckier the more you put yourself out there. You actually try to do different things. I can tell you now that one of the biggest things that I have done that has been a absolute boom to my business has been letting others know that I am a reseller. It does not carry the same stigma that we used to think it carried. I can tell you for a while there, it was a little bit touch and go. The reality is the economy's down, a lot of people are struggling, and reselling has never been popular. And all projections are projecting that it's going to continue to rise and rise and rise. So for me, reselling is my chosen profession. I really enjoy it. I love it. I think I'll always be involved in some capacity in sales. Some of you may know that I'm a huge recovery advocate as well. I do a lot of policy work throughout the state. I do a lot of advocating for people who are, living with substance use disorder, whether they're in active addiction, whether they're in recovery, whether or not they choose to just ingest drugs, right? So I really am a person who is a harm reductionist, and I care deeply about people. So for me, eBay gives me an opportunity, and reselling in general gives me an opportunity to help other people in a big way. It gives me an opportunity to be someone who has the flexibility in my schedule to actually go and try different things, try this, try that. I can volunteer a lot, right? I volunteer with several agencies. That's an amazing thing, right? It all goes into helping keep me sober, obviously, but it allows me to to give back to others, right? I really enjoy my life. I mean, ever since I got sober, my life has just gotten immensely, immensely, immensely better. I've done so many cool things. You know, I've ran for office, I've joined all these different boards, I've advocated for people like myself, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing experience. I'm telling you, never give up. I actually recently posted a YouTube short and short form content on my other social media channels. And it was all about how life ebbs and flows. And before that, a couple days ago, I was posting about how I was at a local flea market and I didn't find anything. And I got very discouraged. I did. I felt that emotion of discouragement and like, oh, this is not going to work. What am I doing? Da, da, da. And then a day later, bam, all of a sudden I hit big and I find a good connection. So it's all about putting in the work, right? A lot of the bigger reseller YouTubers like Tech and Sports is all about that. He always says, put in the work, put in the work. I made a decision about 3 weeks ago to start YouTube and social media content full time, as in I do something every single day. I upload a video every single day. And I can't tell you how long I've wanted to do that, folks. I have wanted to do that for decades. I started my original YouTube channel in 2006. We uploaded some red versus blue Halo 2 type machinima content. For those of you that remember red versus blue and the whole machinima scene, I was a big time video game player and I still like video games. I just don't have time to play them. I'm very busy running my business, doing all my policy work, my advocacy work, and I'm very grateful for that. It's just, it was a different time in life. And I always saw the potential for YouTube. Just like when cryptocurrency came out, I remember it was 2008 and I was playing a game called RuneScape. And sure enough, man, bam, I heard someone mention Bitcoin. And I think I looked into it, but I just didn't know how to set up a coin, right? See, I struggled in my life to do things that others could do with ease. And that's just been a reality for me up until I really got sober and started to grow and do this personal development. Since then, it's gotten a lot easier. I'm very grateful to say. And now I have a routine that really works for me. Like I said, folks, there's things that have occurred in my life that you never in a million years would have thought that have been so beneficial and so beautiful. And I can tell you that it just takes time and it takes consistent effort, getting up day by day, working on something, especially when you don't feel like doing it. Like I got to go list items right now on eBay and Poshmark. I don't want to do that. But guess what? I'm going to do it because that's the only way the items sell. I can acquire the items, I can ship the items, I can store the items. But if I don't list those items, it's not going to work. I can tell you, most resellers that I've spoken to do not like listing items. I don't know anybody who enjoys that. But I can tell you this, it absolutely is how you make money. So if you have any death piles, we are in Q4. I know a lot of other resellers have been saying, hey, go ahead and get your stuff set, listed. Please do it. Please, please, please. Because my experience has been Q4 is the best time to liquidate everything. I mean, we're going to go into Q1 and that's going to be slower. I mean, well, not as bad, but the summer slowdown's real. This is just the nature of economics. So having a business teaches you all of these things. Life ebbs and flows. It just does. It's going to continue to do so. No one's perfect. People are going to make mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. Mistakes are how we grow and learn, depending upon our perspective, right? Failure should be seen in the same light as success when you change your perspective, because failure means it's one more way you know not to do something. And it's one more thing that you have knocked off your list that gets you that much closer to success. So I really heavily advise all of y'all folks to just look into that. If you need any assistance, you can always send me a DM, direct message, contact me up here. I really enjoy helping people. If you have anything that you're trying to liquidate, sell, I do buy a lot of different items, so you can always reach out to me as well. I will actually leave the email in the description below. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate all the love and support. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to follow me on all social media platforms, and I will catch y'all on the next one.